Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the NFFL preseason video here. This will be our last one. We got 3 weeks till this season kicks off, so football is flying close here. Got a couple of topics to discuss and walk you guys through, so let's get on with it. Flex positions. I'm just going to executive order. This is just going to, it's a 6-4 pass on doing this. I'm just going to include the replacing kicker into defense here. We're going to try this year. So we're going to remove defensive special teams. We're going to add a second flex player, and we're going to play it out from there. Obviously, we'll come back to this at start of next season. If it works out great, then awesome. We'll leave it. If we don't like it, we can always go back to standard. But yeah, that's what we're going to try. So this was a closer one, closer vote here, but we are going to do 2 flex positions and no more defense. Kickers will stay because kickers are important. Double doink, all right? Historic. Here we go. IR spot, we're just going to leave it as 1. We're just going to do that. This one was 50-50 for everyone here. It is what it is, so we're just going to leave that there. 1 IR spot, we'll readdress that next offseason if we need to as well. And the loser wheel, very excited about this one. It is overwhelming that everyone is in favor of a loser wheel. So in a perfect world, what I would love to do is everybody comes to draft night or the night before, text me, whatever it is. Everybody comes to draft night with one idea. Maybe you have a backup idea in case there's some overlap, right? But everybody come with one idea. If you don't want to contribute one, sure, whatever, that doesn't matter. But I would love to put them all into a wheel, like how we pick our draft order. I would love to put them all into a wheel, and we spin it all together at draft night and find out live on draft night what our punishment is going to be this year. So let's do that. Glad this one passed. It can be anything from the Waffle House Challenge to the beer mile to the milk mile to taking the SAT. We're not no enlisting in the military. That's the only one we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that one. Shout out Sean. He's our resident military guy. Okay, we don't need more. That's good. So outside of that, keep it reasonable, obviously, but it can definitely be a proper punishment. So excited to spin the wheel here. So those are kind of the items right off the top. Next, let's all give a warm welcome to Blake and Nick. They'll both be in attendance at draft night, which will now be Wednesday, September 3rd. We'll do the draft at 8 o'clock. Of course, everyone try to come over. I know it'll be after work, so we'll aim for 6:30, right? 6:37. Let's get a dinner in together, have a good time, relax, chill, eat, and then get right into this draft at 8. We may have both of our previous losers, Josh and Jack, in attendance. 100% Josh. We are TBD on Jack still. If both of them exist in the same room, they will both be wearing the unicorns, similar as like what we did with Zach and Bob prior, and that will kind of wrap the unicorn punishment from there. So they'll be wearing the same suits, have not been washed. They're sitting back here in this closet, same T-shirts, whole deal. It's going to be hot probably, so even funnier if it rains. We'll definitely be doing that. But Hobnob is likely the play here, as it is. They gave us free shots last time we came in, so we got to return to good business. So Hobnob dinner on Wednesday night, September 3rd. Season will kick off the 4th, so we're not going to have to wait around. The season is quick this year. It is coming up fast. It is looking like we're going to have great attendance at the draft. Sean, unfortunately, not going to be able to make it. Outside of that, I believe we'll have everybody else. Like I said, Jack is still TBD, so at worst, we're going to have 10 of the 12 in attendance, which is going to be awesome. So very excited for draft night. Should be a great time. I've got up on the screen the draft order if you forgot. Our newbies are going to run it at the back here. Nick, I'm open trading for that 12th spot. We can work that like I mentioned in the previous video. If anyone wants to just trade straight up draft positions, you can definitely ask the person and just let me know, and I'll do that. We obviously aren't going to do trades like I'll give you my second and my third for your. We're not doing any of that. But if you just want to trade spots, totally fine. just let me know, like I said, and I'll make sure to text this video out to all of y'all. That should be all the pressing topics. And like I said, I mean, season's getting close. Everyone get into the research here. ESPN mobile app update. It's not great. I don't love it. I'm sure we'll all get used to it, but it's definitely a downgrade, I think. However, you can now run mock drafts and practice drafts actually using your league. And like the league's history, it will try to draft like the other person, as we know, but it's still ESPN rankings, right? So, besides that, you can do mock drafts, you can do practice drafts in the app now. That's what I was doing in the airport yesterday. So, highly recommend y'all check that feature out at least. The lineup, like I said, not great, but we'll figure it out. And if we all really hate it by the end of this season, and I know Sleeper is out there. There are other units out there that we can run this league through. So, we can talk about that at the end of the season too. Or if we get used to it, then, hey, we're good. We're still running it with ESPN here. So, year 5, first year of the 12 team. This is going to be a difficulty increase for sure. We're probably going to see a lot more volatility in the league. Very excited to see how it goes and how draft night rolls through. So, yeah, look forward to seeing everybody soon. Just a little bit longer than 3 weeks and a day. I think we're out. So it's getting close. It's getting really close, and we will see everyone soon. See you, boys.